Testing, 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 testing.
Right there. Whoa, whoa. Okay.
Testing, test. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, yeah, we were just a little bit loose there. All right, testing, testing. This. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. This is Kieran. Testing. Whitman. Testing. Yes. Well, I can hear you because I can hear you, not through the microphone. Nope, can't hear you. Can't hear you.
That would be. Hello,
Yep.
hello, hello.
Yep,
Check,
I got
check,
you
check,
now.
check.
Got you now. Got you now.
Perfect.
Testing. Over.
Over.
Testing.
Good.
Testing.
Baby dude, don't jiggle those.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are here at the Battle Spartans Stadium in the district championship. The Battle Spartans versus the Belton Pirates. It is going to be an impressive game tonight. It's going to be a cold one, but it's going to be a crucial game to deciding which one of these teams is going to make it on further in their road to the Dome. Battle's looking for its 4th district championship, and they're hoping to make some impressions on the Mid-Missouri football program tonight. I'm Kieran Malloy, by the way, joined here by Matthew Rothermick. He's going to be doing a little color commentating here for us. Matthew, you want to go ahead and introduce yourself, and let's get started talking about these Spartans.
We've got an exciting matchup tonight between the Battle Spartans and the Belton Pirates. It's a matchup between two good teams. This Belton Pirates team knocked off the undefeated Smith County Tigers last week. And now they're looking to upset the Battle Spartans. This battle goes for, you mentioned, their 4th, not only their 4th district championship, but their 4th straight district championship. It's an impressive feat by the Battle Spartans. They only opened their school just a few years ago. They've had so much football success, it's been really impressive.
Yeah. Looks like we're about to kick off here. The Pirates are due to receive here. I believe this is Jalen Williamson who will be kicking off for the Spartans here tonight.
It's a cold night, it's a windy night. Well, the wind will certainly play a factor through this game. As we're chilly up here, we're outside. The wind is blowing pretty steadily right now. And,
yeah, you know.
There's no flags on the goalpost, but if they were, they'd be moving.
Yeah. You know, Battle relies heavily on its wide receivers, Keandre Whitaker and Drayton Tyler. So they're really going to have to see how Jaron Lewis kind of comes up big with the arm today. He's going to have to put a little more on it tonight. Looks like we got a ball falling over here. Looks like they're going to have... Nope, not going to have anyone hold it.
There's that wind already playing a factor before we even get this game started, as they're not even able to kick off without the tee being, or the football being blown off the tee, but now they will have something to hold.
And excuse us, folks. We're having a few technical difficulties here. The weather's kind of being a little inclement here.
Dante Madden with the return.
That was Dante Madden with the return down to the Spartan, looks like 30-yard line right now.
Have the ball 1st and 10 from 27.
Belton will begin their first drive at the 27. Harris is going to pass it deep. And that's going to be a completion for the Belton Pirates. A big play to start them off there. That was number 25, Dante Madden, again, who... Excuse me, Dante Madden again, who kept talking. Harris is going to take it in the shotgun here. And looks like there was a timeout called by Belton there. Looks like some confusion here on their opening drive. Looks like they didn't have those first 3 plays kind of set in stone that they were going to begin with. Harris is going to take it from the snap here. And this Battle Spartan defense has been impressive all year. They're really going to have a matchup here tonight against the Belton Pirates in this dynamic, high-flying offense. And there it is again, a good, solid pass from Harris over there to number 9. Excuse me. Number 3, Jaden Clark for the Pirates there.
The Pirates are off to a good start so far. They've had 2 completions. Good. First one was good for a first down. This one gets a nice 5 yards on the play.
And Harris is going to pass it. It's going to be incomplete.
Pressure in the backfield there by Battle. As it looks like we're going to have intentional ground as the referee drops his flag right where we have to do the football. We'll see what happens here. We'll talk it over. I don't know if there was an intended receiver there. He necessarily wasn't out of the pocket. So that might be crucial in deciding between whether this is intentional ground or not.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Matt. It looks like there wasn't really a wide receiver in the general area of where his pass landed, but it did appear that there might have been one moving towards there. So it's going to be up to the referees to call that.
As they continue to discuss, let's see what we've got here. We're having issues with our microphones, folks, so if we cut in and out, we apologize. The flag is waved, and there will be no intentional grounding after the referees talk it over.
And this Spartan offense, I'm sure, is chomping at the bit here to get on the field. This is really where they make their gains against a lot of teams. So hopefully their defense can get a stop here. And Harris, a good pass again. Harris has been impressive so far on his first 3 throws. 3 out of 4 tonight already for almost 50 yards.
Another great pass. He finds Jake Clark, left side, just his little post route, corner route. This Pirates offense looks pretty good.
Yeah, they really do so far. I think that Battle was expecting to come in and maybe kind of stun them with how fast they move, and it looks like the Belton Pirates said, you know what, we're going to come in, we're going to hit just as hard, move just as fast, and the Battle Spartans are reeling back a little bit.
Well, we've seen it through the air so far, but that was a nice run there by the back for the Pirates. Good offensive line so far as they've been able to protect the pocket for the most part and open up a huge hole there for the back. That back is Dante Madden.
Harris is going to pull Clark in motion, and he's going to dump it off to Clark, who's going to go on a little jet sweep, and he's going to lay the boom down on the Battle defensive back there. And a little extracurricular activity, it appears, but they're going to help him back up.
Well, we might see a lot of extracurriculars in this game. There's a lot to be playing for here, of course. Loser goes home, winner moves on, and they're playing for a district championship.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see what kind of passion we get from both these teams, but I'm sure emotions will be at an all-time high tonight.
You know, these Pirates played Battle last year again for the district championship, and it was a hard-fought game, and they ended up losing it and not pulling it out. So you can tell that these returning varsity veterans are out for blood tonight. They've been stewing over this for 365 days, and they are ready to show the Battle Spartans that they're not going to stay on top for too much longer.
You're exactly right. Not only is this an important game, but as you mentioned, it's a revenge game. Revenge games always come with a little extra hate and anger towards that other team. So they won something with their season last year, and now they're going to try their season this year.
Harris is going to take it out of the shotgun here. The big Belton offensive line standing in front of him. And it's going to be another dump out pass. I believe that was Dante Madden who lost it off his hands, and there we go again with the extracurriculars. That looked to be number 20, Jack Hendrick, the middle linebacker for the Battle Spartans there, was pushing and shoving on Dante Madden. He didn't like that some of the words Madden exchanged with him there.
Well, if you're Madden, though, before we had that little incident afterwards, he's just got to catch that football. It was a nice pass. Nothing too special about it. Just a nice little pass over there to him. But running back's going to be able to catch the football in key situations. He just simply dropped it there on that play.
Make some noise, Spartans. It's third down.
We're going to have third down here for the Battle Spartans. They're trying to come up big here against the Pirates. And they are chomping at the bit. Looks like the Battle sideline is trying to tell the crowd to get up and make some noise. They don't want Harris to be able to talk to any of his players. The coaches call for a pass, and it ends up being a run. And they're going to stop him at the line of scrimmage and throw him down. And that is
with the carry, stopped by a battalion of Spartans. It's fourth down.
That is a big group of Spartans, it looks like, led there by number 20, Jake Hendrick again. He was the one that was talking to Madden earlier, and he decided it was not his time.
As you mentioned, there was all kinds of Battle Spartans there, nowhere to run for Madden. It'll be interesting to see what we're going to do now here, as they've got fourth down.
False start against the Pirates.
Excuse me, it looks like they blew that last play dead. It was just never made clear as they signal false start now. It'll be
penalty is declined there by the Spartans, I believe, and they're going to give it back to, the Belton Pirates, who are going to get another attempt at this.
It's 4th down.
Let's talk about this Spartan defense real quick while we've got this short intermission. You got Adrian Kenny, Trey Morris, Drayton Tyler playing a little quarterback there, Jarrell Heiler, the big hitter for the Battle Spartans, Matt Page. Just a big battalion of Spartans that really know how to rack up on the defense. And speak of the devil, there they go again. That Spartans defense is mean and hungry, and they are not willing to give up their district title.
Nothing Harris could do on that play. Is just the pressure in the backfield was too much. Spartans are able to just crash through the gaps,
over, 1st and 10,
wrap up the quarterback and bring it down for the sack. And now the Spartans have flipped the momentum, as the Pirates were kind of rolling there on offense, but now the Battle now has the football. We'll see what they do on offense.
And the Battle Spartans are going to take over here with junior quarterback Jaron Lewis is going to be receiving the snaps here tonight. Big playmakers on offense. You've got Jarrell Heiler, the big multi-purpose athlete tight end, along with Drayton Tyler, the speedster, and Keandre Whitaker, one of their all-star receivers that's really blossomed this year. Another one, Trey Morris, a good fullback here tonight. I mean, the list goes on and on here. I've got a page full of people that are going to make the Belton's Pirates evening not too enjoyable.
Well, certainly Battle lost a lot of talent last year, particularly with Javion McQuitty, but they certainly reloaded this year, and their offense is just as good as it's been in years past.
Yeah. And Lewis is going to pass it off to... Lewis is going to pass it off to the back there, and they're going to start to get things rolling. This is part of a Battle offense that we haven't seen in recent years. You know, when they had those dynamic players like McQuitty and Brandon Del Marco, it was mostly just big plays, big high-flying offenses, deep passes, you know, crazy, incredible runs, things like that. And this year they've kind of lost that explosive star talent, but not in the methodical talent. They have a team that really knows how to move the ball 3-4 yards at a time and just, you know, be relentless with the team, and it's really just paid off for them this year, and I think it might be a new era for Battle Spartans. They're moving from that kind of showboating type offense to, you know, a fundamentally focused offense that can consistently win football games.
Well, just as you mentioned there, they had 3rd and manageable. They didn't do anything too special. Just a quick pass out to the right, and it was good enough for the 1st down, and that's all they need there, as they're able to move the chains and keep this offensive drive rolling.
And Lewis is going to take the snap, and he's going to pass it off. He's going to keep it himself. That was a good read option there. He saw, again, 3-4 yards at a time, picking it back up.
Lewis keeps the ball and gains 4 on the play. 2nd down.
Looks like one of the Belmont Pirates there got lit up by number 10, Trey Morris. Really no need for it, but he definitely was reeling.
Well, this game, if I remember correctly from last year's game, there was all kinds of emotions already. This year, I assume, will be just as emotional, if not more.
And that's a handoff there from Lewis to number 28, Darren Jordan.
And Jordan's only a sophomore. This is 5'10", 185 on our roster, but certainly making an impact this year for the Battle Spartans as the underclassman, as he's getting some playing time here.
And that looked like a little bit of a trick play there from Lewis, who appeared to be taking it in the shotgun, but then decided that he was just going to run it right up his center's behind and try to get that 1st down. And I'm not sure they got it there. And they did. Spartans, a good heads-up play there by Jaron Lewis, who really pushes ahead and uses that brute, brunt nose type football to get ahead.
That's just big boy football right there, as he's able to sneak up, get right behind his center, and just follow him just enough to get that yard that they needed.
And Lewis is going to drop back, and he's going to pass it to Drayton Tyler, and it is knocked out of his hands. Man, that would have been a good play. He just kind of fumbled and bumbled it there down at the Spartan 15.
Well, he had it in his hands. As you mentioned, he bobbled it. Not sure why he dropped it. The pass was a nice pass by quarterback. He just wasn't able to come up with the reception, and now we'll have second and long.
And this Belmont Pirate defense has really kind of, there were some miscues there on the first few plays of the drive, but they've really kind of stalled them out here at about the midfield, and they're not letting them get much farther than that, although that play could have been devastating. This is Jordan again with the carry, and he's going to get a bit of an open hole, and he's going to lay the shoulder down into the Belton Pirates secondary.
A little shake and bake action there by Darren Jordan as he's able to just sort of shimmy his way up that right sideline and just show off the muscle a little bit, lay a hurt down on those secondary members of the, I think that was Devon Powell, the Haven Powell, excuse me.
Jaron Lewis is going to hand it off there to Jordan again. They're going to tell him, you want the rock, you'll get the rock. And he's going to get stopped there in the backfield.
On the play, second down.
Well, this battle, I think, offensively, their run game has to be strong in this one. As it's a windy night, I think it's messing with our microphones a little bit, so we apologize for that. But they've had some success through the air, but you can just keep it on the ground and not worry about airing it out. That's certainly the key to success, I think, tonight for both teams.
And Jordan is going to get it again, and he's just going to methodically work his way along his offensive line, just coming off their hips and headed out to the sideline.
Jordan with the carry.
The Belton Pirate pep band is in full swing here tonight. They're not going to be deterred by the cold, along with a good proportion of Belton fans. Belton, about how far would you say that is away, Matt?
Well, it's a Kansas City school. It's a decent drive, but they've got a pretty good turnout tonight. So compliments to them for showing up.
Yeah.
This is an important game.
Yeah, I think again the alumni along with the students and along with the students themselves, excuse us for the technical difficulties there, along with the students themselves have really just kind of internalized this sort of rivalry with the Battle Spartans. Oh, and a big hit there by number 23, Devon Powell, lays the boom on that appears to be.
That's good for a battle first down.
That appears to be number 22, Matt Page. Again, the hard hitter we were talking about on defense just got a little taste of his own medicine and took a bite out of the turf.
Well, it was a big hit.
And a big jumping play by that's Jarrell Heiler, the big man, light on his feet tonight. He is ready to win himself a district championship, folks.
It's a great run there by Heiler. He's able to sort of hurdle over one of those Pirate defenders and just sort of tiptoe into the end zone for a Spartans touchdown.
Heiler, one of those big guys that knows how to move his body, 6'2", 240, just topped over a Spartan offensive lineman there, and I'm not sure you're going to see that too often.
I don't think I've ever seen a 6'2" ballerina, but I think saw him on that play.
Yeah, you're right. And a low snap there by the long snapper. Looks like they were going to go for two there. Trey Morris directly received the snap.
Battle typically does go for two quite often. Nothing really different there about that play. Always interesting formations, too, from the battle on those two-point conversions.
Yeah. Head coach Justin Conyers is one of the greatest football IQs here that we have in mid-Missouri, especially in this district. He is rivaled by few in his schematic tendencies and how he really knows how to develop an offense to work for the players that he has as his assets. And the kick is good there by... Oh, excuse me. No good.
Point is no good. Battle 6, Belton 0.
And that's unusual for Battle there. That's number 2, Jalen Williamson, the junior kicker and outside linebacker, I believe, who
Please make the walkway between the two sections of the home
didn't manage to put it through the uprights there.
Well, they had that false start penalty, and that kind of killed their chance for a two-point conversion because it moves them back 5 yards. They tried the extra point. Makes sense. Just it's a windy night. It looks like he just pulled a little bit to his left and just missed the upright.
And it looks like the Battle Spartans and the Belton Pirates are getting ready for kickoff here. And Matt, let's see, while we've got this going on here, let's talk about some of the keys that are going to be crucial to the Battle Spartans being successful in this game tonight.
Well, I think we've talked about it a lot already with, I think, an important run game, and they just have to slow down this Belton offense. This Belton offense really has been sort of stagnant at times during the year, but they've really turned it on as of late. Last game, they beat Smith Cotton 61-50.
Wow.
In a shootout of a game. Week before that, they took down Columbia Hickman, another CPS school, 35-14 in the Cupies here. But yeah, this Belton offense seems pretty potent as they've seemed to get rolling here late in the season. For Battle, I think they just need to slow down the
number 20.
Look at them go.
Number 25, Dante Madden, is going to catch an edge, and he's going to head all the way down the field, right into Williamson's face, and he's going to get all the way to the end zone. That is Dante Madden, 80 yards to the end zone.
Dante Madden with the return.
And this has been a big change of momentum here tonight, folks.
Exactly right. The momentum just flips on one play. Battle just had that great offensive drive, but it's all erased now. So we've got a tie ball game on a great return by the Dante Madden, the senior running back, also kick returner. He wants to beat these Battle Spartans.
Yeah, he's part of that veteran class that had that sour taste in their mouth after this time last year, and he has really prepared himself to come up and make big plays tonight against the Spartans.
Gonna get another interesting formation here on the other end of the football field. Looks like they will also try to go for two. When they took on Hickman a few weeks ago, they went for two every time. I'm not sure if it's a kicker issue or it's just a strategy, but we'll see how this shakes out. And now it looks like they will kick the extra point.
Looks like they were going for that misconception effect. And Belmont's going to put it up, and it is good. Belmont Pirates take the lead here tonight.
Extra point is good.
Excuse me, Belton Pirates take the lead here tonight. Excuse me, sorry about that, folks. Take the lead here and are going to come up big against the Battle Spartans, 6-7 with 5:43 left in the first quarter. All right, we're going to come right back with you here, folks. This is CPS 360 Sports. And we're back here tonight, folks. The Belton Pirates against the Battle Spartans here tonight, 6-7 with 5:43 left in the first. Excuse me. Belton's getting ready to kick off here to the Spartans for the first time of the evening. It's going to be a little pooch kick there that's going to get just to, and it's going to be fumbled. And he's going to get dropped there. I believe that was, it appeared to be number 10, Trey Morris.
Short kick there by Josh Riley, the junior. I think they may have had kicker issues throughout the years. That was not a great-looking kickoff, and not a great-looking extra point either, but he's getting the job done, and that's all that really matters here for the Pirates.
Yeah. Let's talk about these teams themselves. Battle Spartans at max capacity with 99 players here tonight.
It is a heck of a roster. As
Belton appears to be possibly a two-thirds, maybe less than that.
As much smaller bench on the other end of the field for the Pirates, but you could dress out a lot of guys. It's just the people on the field that really makes the difference. So, but you're right. This Battle Spartans team has got a full sideline over there.
Football is a part of culture here at Battle High School. After their opening team state championship, they really have internalized that as one of their trademarks here in Columbia, Missouri.
Just an overthrown pass there by Lewis. It's intended for Matt Page, just simply missed him, and now the Battle's got a key third down. It's a third and long. Let's see what they want to do here.
Matt Page, again, one of those guys that you would not expect to look at him, but he is light on his feet. He is one of the faster, more explosive guys on the team, and he's weighing in at 205 here tonight.
Listen to 6 feet. That's a pretty big boy for 6 feet tall.
And Lewis is going to try and throw it deep, and he's going to get swallowed up in the backfield. He's going to manage to just work his way up to maybe a yard.
That'll bring up 4th down now. And the Belton Pirates have all the momentum in the world as that kickoff return has now come up with a 3-and-out now. And the Pirates are going to take back over on offense. We've mentioned their potent offense so far. Start to stretch their lead here on this next offense possession.
And it looks like back there to punt, I believe. Excuse me.
Matt returns to the 42-yard line.
Couldn't manage to find him.
1st and 10 Belton.
1st and 10 Belton here. They're going to be at about the Spartan, appears to be 38.
Well, Belton brought the pressure there on the punt, looking to block it. They weren't able to block it, as that usually ends up when they go all out for the block. They usually don't get much of a return. Certainly didn't on that play. It's only getting a couple of yards, but nevertheless, pretty nice field position to start this offensive drive.
Yeah, and excuse me, that punter there that I couldn't find was 55, Malik Edwards, the 6'2", 265 nose tackle. Is back there with a leg for the Spartans.
This Spartans team, they don't really fit some of their physical descriptions, as a lot of these big guys are a little more skilled than we sometimes give them credit.
Yeah. Justin Conyers is not one of those guys that's going to look at someone and make a snap judgment on where they should and will play. He's one of those guys that's going to put, 100 guys out on the field, and he's going to pull the best 11 at every position. Belton's going to line up here in the shotgun, low snap, handed off to Dante Madden, who's going to lay his shoulder into the middle linebacking core of the Battle Spartans there. He's going to be down at about halfway, about midfield there.
Interesting thing to point out when it comes to uniforms, both teams have their numbers on the side of their helmets. Doesn't really make much of a significance either way, but it is kind of interesting to see that sort of a throwback look.
Yeah.
Battle, of course, having the Spartan decal on one side, the numbers on the other, and then the Pirates sport the numbers on both sides of the helmets.
And it is loud over here on the Battle sideline. Number 3, Jaden Clark, goes in motion. He's going to get handed off to Dante Madden, who's going to show off some of his speed. Man, that kid is quick. He's going to get taken down here at the inside of Spartans territory at about the 38-yard line.
Well, Madden would probably have some pretty good speed on Madden, as he looked pretty quick on that play. Able to cut up that right side of the field and get the first down that Pirates needed.
And he looks like he's going to be one of the impact players here tonight. I mean, the 2 running backs it could face off tonight, Dante Madden and Darren Jordan, both having impressive nights already. And it looks like they're just going to keep it on the ground due to some of this inclement wind weather.
As soon as you say that, though, a little announcer's jink action as Harris tries to take a shot deep down the left side of the field. Terribly underthrown, though, and maybe it'll convince him to keep more on the ground.
Yeah, and if it was a winless night, I'm not sure he'd have much luck here thrown against the Battle Spartans secondary between Tyler and Kenny and Page. It looks like, along with Whitaker, excuse me, it looks like they've got quite a few people that are willing to get their paws up there on some of the thrown passes.
Not much going there for Madden on that play.
Gain on the play.
May have gained a yard. Actually, they're going to say no gain at all, and now they've got 3rd and 10. The Spartans are able to stop here. That'd be a very key stop, as it would sort of flip that momentum back to Battle. As this game, I think clearly throughout the game is going to be just a lot of momentum changing back and forth, and whoever has that momentum at the end is going to come away with this victory.
And it is loud here in the Battle Spartans Stadium. Harris is going to drop back, look to throw deep, and it is off the hands of, I believe that's number 8, Ezekiel Henson.
Ezekiel Henson is incomplete. 4th down.
Not a terrible throw, just a touch too high, and Henson's not able to haul it down. And that'll bring up 4th down for the Pirates. Big stop there by the Battle defense.
Yeah, you know, this Battle Spartans defense has been really just, you know, kind of up in the faces of the Belton Pirates. It looks like there's a 1 or 2 guys in the backfield at every snap, and I'm not sure how the Pirates are going to handle that. It's number 34, I believe, Tavian Jones is going to receive for the Spartans, and they look like they might be able to down this perfectly at the 1. And that's an impressive punt there by
Spartans take over on their own 1-yard line.
That was great punt there by number 28, Jeff Mott. Senior's able to down it within the 1. Good looking punt. Nothing really spectacular about it, just got a nice roll. Actually, they might mark it down at the, no, they will mark it down at the 1. Great punt there by Mott.
And they're going to be, Spartans are going to be backed up into their own end zone here tonight. You better hope that the Belmont Pirates don't send too many guys into that backfield. Otherwise, I'm not sure Jaron Lewis is going to be able to get out of there without a safety.
Pirates will certainly bring pressure on this play.
And they do. And I believe that was Darren Jordan again, who met a wall of Pirates there at the 1-yard line.
Well, Jordan was able to make it out of the end zone, but not get much. He gets 1 yard as they'll get a little more breathing room, but they certainly don't have enough if they want to drop back and pass or do anything like that, as they're still just a few inches from the end zone.
And Lewis is going to drop back, try to air it out a little bit. And that's going to get picked up by Jarrell Heiler there, I believe. Excuse me, Keandre Whitaker. This is that blossoming wide receiver that has really stepped up his game this year. Keandre Whitaker leading the team in receiving yards this year. He has really just kind of flourished. He's kind of come into his own. He's learned his spot in the offense, come up after you know, learning under Tyler and McQuitty and things like that. And there goes Jordan again, who's swallowed up by Pirates middle linebacker.
So far, so good for this offense battle here on this drive, as they're able to now sort of work their way out of the shadow of the end zone and get the 1st down there on the 3rd down. We'll see if they can get anything rolling now.
And I wouldn't be surprised to see maybe Drayton Tyler or Whitaker, or one of those kind of speed receivers, take the ball at maybe just a short little flip route and try to see if they can get it out of this hole that they've kind of dug themselves into.
Jordan with the carry.
This Pirates defensive front seems pretty solid for the most part, as there's been a few nice runs by Darren Jordan, but they've been able to contain him for the most part. This game's going to be won in the trenches, I think.
Yeah. Both teams have impressive offensive lines that have really supported them all year, kind of stood as the backbone for each of these offensive and defensive lines. So you're right, Matt. This is definitely going to be one in the brute-nose trenches. You know, I think that it's one of those things that it's where you kind of got to get down and attempt to make plays just at small kind of fundamental levels. And that's the end of the first quarter there. Score is 6-7 still. Battle Spartans down against the Belton Pirates. Matt, what do you think of the game here so far?
Well, it's been an interesting one so far. I think clearly the weather has played a bit of an impact as the wind continues to blow, and I think both coaches are kind of see what they can do through the air now. And I think they're starting to realize that they're going to have to probably keep it on the ground for the most part. You're going to start seeing more of this ground game from both teams. They both have strong running backs with Dante Madden and Darren Jordan. It's just going to be interesting to see how this all shakes out for the most part, as these are two pretty equal teams, I would say, so far, just watching this game. And we'll see what we get throughout the rest of this matchup.
And we're going to take a short break here. We'll be right back in just a moment. This is CPS 360 Sports. And we're back here, folks. 6-7 here, top of the second quarter here at, the Battle Spartan Stadium. And it looks like the ball is loose, and the Belton Pirates are going to recover it. Battle Spartans lose the ball, and that is not what Conyers needed tonight. That is Darren Jordan who lost the ball there for the Spartans, and that is an unfortunate turn of events to see.
What a way to start the second quarter for the Pirates, as they're able to strip the ball out of the running back's hands and just simply fall on it. And now they've got great field position on the Battle 30, looking to strike here again and score.
And that was, I believe, one of the few fumbles here by the Spartans. They're really good. They really focus on their ball handling and really do not like to lose possession of the football. And Harris is going to drop back, looking to keep this momentum alive, and it's going to hit Kenny right in the hands. He didn't see that one.
Harris' pass ball's incomplete.
Harris took quite a shot there at the end of the play, as he's able to just get the pass off before he's greeted by a few Pirates. This offensive line for the Pirates are starting to fall apart here, as they started off pretty strong, but now there's people getting in the backfield like Adrian Kinney on that play.
And it looks like Madden's going to get swallowed up there at the line of scrimmage. Harris hands it off. There's a quick inside play. Only 30 seconds in, and it really looks like this momentum that the Spartans had built up has really kind of flipped in favor of the Pirates.
Well, I think they can get it right back here. They've got 3rd and long. They come with a stop here. I'm not sure what Belton will do. They may go for it, but the 3rd down stop here would be huge.
And a big play there by the Belton Pirates. That was an impressive catch, getting stuck there. I believe that was Jaden Clark, the leading wide receiver there for the Belton Pirates.
Clark's able to haul it in on that far sideline good enough. I think it was before 11, which is good enough for the first down on that play. And any momentum shift that Battle could have had on that play is now back towards the Pirates. And Pirates are looking to strike.
Harris is going to be in an empty backfield here. It looks like they're going all guns slinging. Harris is going to let it fly out there, and Madden gets a hand on it. Looks like he could have kept it alive with that one. He had a pretty clear field, but Harris just did not account for his height there, and he way over his head.
Not a great throw by Harris. He's able to hit one hand of Madden's. Madden maybe should have tried. I'm a big fundamentalist. I think maybe try for the 2-hand catch there. Instead went for the one-handed catch. He certainly had lots of running room, as you mentioned. And if he was able to haul that in, I think he could have danced into the end zone, but he was not able to on that play.
And again, empty backfield looks like Harris is going to sling it out. And it's going to be caught there by, I believe that was Jaden Clark again over there on that left side of the field.
Just a nice quick pass play there by the Pirates. That'll make it very 3rd and manageable.
Yeah, do not underestimate Jaden Clark. He has been one of the biggest impact players here tonight, and we've called his name not too many times. He really goes for those key big plays. So watch out there at the top of your screen there. You're going to want to watch number 3.
Got a timeout on the field here. I believe we're going to take a quick timeout too, as the referees get this sorted out. We'll be right back.
Sorry about that, folks. We weren't quite sure what was going on there with the man in the white hat. So we're going to bring it back to you here tonight. Bart Harris is going to hand it off to Madden. And Madden is going to get taken down, but he will get the first down. So it is now 1st and goal for the Belton Pirates.
First down.
1st and goal now for the Pirates, as they can smell the end zone. And I think they're just going to keep going with this air raid attack, as it's worked so well or so far on this offensive possession.
And that is going to be number 9. Harris is going to drop back again, receive the snap. And I am not sure what's going on with these officials here. They look like maybe they're confused or they're debating a call among themselves, but they've been stop and play here a few times.
Looks like they're going to get offsides on this one. Or, excuse me, encroachment.
And that is not what the Spartans wanted. Already 1st and 10, they just gave up 5 yards, and those Belton Pirates are inching their way closer to the end zone.
Now it'll be interesting to see.
Excuse us, and now we're going to hand it off to Madden again, who's going to try and work his way up there to the end zone, and he is not going to get it. Stopped just short. Dante Madden's going to be down at about the 2-yard line.
2nd down.
And it looks like they're going to bring in number 40, Blake Ramey. Try to stockpile this middle center. And Madden is going to throw it in, and he's going to be knocked down. There were Spartans in that backfield before Harris could even get it out of his hand.
Great defensive pressure there by the Pirates. As they were able to, or excuse me, not the Pirates, but the Spartans. As, now we've got 3rd down and goal for the Pirates. It's going to be a key play here.
And it looks like Harris is going to, Harris is going to throw it, and it is going to be caught. That is Dante Madden, gets it in there into the end zone.
Great pass there by Harris. He's able to find his running back on the right side. That'll be good for a touchdown, and now the Belton Pirates lead 13-6. Sort of shocking everyone here at Battle Stadium here in Columbia, Missouri. So we continue to have audio difficulties. We apologize, folks. We're going to try to keep bringing this beautiful game to you, though.
Beautiful used very lightly there, Matt. I'm not sure I can feel the tip of my nose anymore.
It is a chilly night, but it is a beautiful night for football. I think we can agree on that.
You know, you can't be wrong on that any night. All right, we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back. This is CPS 360 Sports with Kieran and Matthew.
Welcome back to Battle High School in Columbia, Missouri, as we are set to kick it off again. Short kick here by the Pirates. It's going to take a friendly bounce for them, and now the Battle's just going to have to fall on it as they weren't able to pick it up and run it, but merely just fall on it and avoid the turnover there. Got 9:42 left here in the second quarter. Belton sort of shocking the world here in Columbia. They lead 14-6. As I think they've dominated in all facets of this game so far. Battle will start this offensive possession on their own 27-yard line. As Jaron Lewis looks to lead a comeback now, as they trail by 8. Lewis is going to take the snap and hand it off to, we'll have a flag on the play, hand off to Jordan, doesn't go for much. The way that flag was thrown, likely a holding call, and that will be the call here. And that'll set the Battle Spartans back. Let's see where they want to mark this down officially.
And it appears that the Battle Spartans are really just kind of struggling now. It looks like they lost some of that momentum that they had there at the end of the first quarter. After that fumble, I think they kind of lost their wits about them and didn't really quite come to terms with how they were going to get back in this game.
Well, I think it's always key to have your wits about you, Kieran.
Yes, always key.
I'll bring up 1st and 20 now for the Battle Spartans. Lewis is going to look to throw. Pressure in the backfield. He'll roll it to his right. Still looks to throw.
And Lewis to Tyler. He's going to head down the sideline. Tyler looking to beat one man. And they're going to get shoved out of bounds there. Drayton Tyler. And that's a big play for him. You know what, Drayton Tyler, one of the better wide receivers here in mid-Missouri. And he has really shown that here tonight and especially throughout this season. I want to bring you a few stats here. Drayton Tyler, 821 receiving yards on the year. Matt, you want to know what his average is here?
I'd love to hear it, Kieran.
15.5 yards every time he touches the ball out of the air.
That's crazy.
He's got 13 touchdowns on the year, leads the team. He's got 1 rushing touchdown, and he has just been a complete impact player in every single matchup that the Battle Spartans have had thus far. And it doesn't quite hurt that he's got the arm of Jaron Lewis behind him, as we saw that there, a dime pass. Lewis with 121 out of 213 passes completed. He's got over 1,700 yards passing on the season. That's pretty unheard of by a high school quarterback. And that is number 28, Darren Jordan, who's going to bring it into the end zone. And what did I just say, Matt? Announcers jinx. I thought they didn't have that momentum about them, but you know what? They found their wits.
Well, they're just out here to prove you wrong tonight, Kieran, as the Battle Spartans can now tie it here with a 2-point conversion. And it was a great-looking offensive possession just all around. Nice big completion there to Drayton Tyler. That really was the spark or the highlight of this offensive possession, but great run there by Darren Jordan as he's able to find the end zone.
And it looks like Morris is going to try and take it in himself. And he does. That is big man football right there. Struggling, churning, and burning down there on the goal line. He's going to push it in for a 2-point conversion.
We've got a brand new ball game now, too, as it is 14-14 with 8:45 left here in the second quarter, as Battle has stormed back into this one.
And we're going to take a short break here, folks. This is Kieran and Matthew with CPS360 Sports. And this is Kieran and Matthew back with CPS360 Sports. 14-14 all tied up with 8:45 left to go in the second quarter. The Battle Spartans are taking on the Belton Pirates tonight in a revenge battle for the Pirates, looking for win their 4th straight district title. The Battle Spartans have really sort of stepped up in these last few quarters. And it looks like he's going to try and do it again. Dante Madden going all the way, 100 yards down to the Battle Spartan end zone, and that's his second of the night, back to back. Holy moly, this kid knows how to work.
Holy cow, folks. Dante Madden has been the game changer in this one so far. Second kickoff return of the night, and we're not even to halftime yet. Madden, the senior running back, has just been on every offensive play and special teams play, has been a key part, and he keeps it going there. And as we mentioned, Battle comes storming back. They're going to have to do a little more of that, as we've got a 20-14 lead now. Or, excuse me, Belton has a 20-14 lead now.
And let's keep this in mind, folks, talking in statistical terms. in 2 plays, Dante Madden has increased his career rushing yards by 182 yards.
Not a bad little stat there. Light rain starts to fall. That'll impact the game as well as this win. So we weren't really expecting much rain tonight. There's a slight chance, but we've got it now, and it'll be interesting to see where this goes for both offenses as the air raid attack of the Pirates that has worked so well, aside from Madden's spectacular kick returns, maybe impacted more as not only is it now windy, but it's also wet.
And this is when you start to see guys sort of slipping and sliding all over the field. You start to see people falling, dropping passes. You know, this is when football starts to become football. This is see who is tougher, who is willing to withstand the elements, and who wants to win more than anything else.
Well, I hope they're able to withstand the elements. I'm not sure if Kieran and I will be able to, as it's quite chilly up here. We're outside, but it's as you mentioned, or as we've mentioned, that anytime's a beautiful time for football. And,
no doubt about that.
Beautiful night in Boone County, and we're ready to rock and roll here.
Beautiful night in Boone County.
Rest of the game. Couldn't ask for better weather.
Number 10 here, Josh Riley, is going to kick it here for the Belton Pirates. And it looks like they're expecting a short kick due to his other ones. And it is. And I believe that's going to be... And he's going to head off. But he's going to get taken down. That's that's Peyton Roberts, number 44, the senior running back.
Roberts wanted to match Madden on that one. He almost was able to escape down that left sideline. He was knocked out of bounds. Nonetheless, still a great return there by Mr. Roberts.
And that would have been impressive. Back-to-back kickoff returns. You don't often see that, but the Belton Pirates decided to foil that plan.
It's been an exciting game so far. I don't think anything will surprise us at this point, as we've seen all kinds of actions on the field.
And you know, Matt, I couldn't have thought of anything better to increase these technical difficulties than some slight rain.
Well, rain always is a good thing when it comes to electronics, so we'll see how that impacts our audio as we continue to have issues, and we'll keep trying to bring this game to you.
With the carry.
Worst case scenario, we'll just show it to you.
8 of 6 on the play, brings up second down.
And it looks like Jaron Lewis is willing to take over this game at this point. He saw some of the big plays by Harris, and he decided to get in on the action himself. I wouldn't be surprised to see him working his legs here tonight. He actually does. He is second on the team in rushing with 207 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns from his legs.
Jordan with
the nice run there by Jordan. That'll bring up 3rd and short, which is what, oh, excuse me, he's able to get the first down, just barely able to cross that line of gain. And now the Spartans will have their first down. Thought he was a little short, but I guess he was able to get it.
Yeah. And Darren Jordan again is going to take it. He's getting his work in tonight as the ball begins to be get a little more slippery as the night goes on.
We're starting to see one of these methodical drives, as you have mentioned, from Battle, is they're not doing anything too spectacular, but just simply running it down the throats of this Pirate defense. If they're able to keep this going, I don't see anything but a trip to the end zone here for the Spartans.
And you know, that is really, I feel like that is one of the tenets that Justin Conyers preaches, is just, you know, be consistent. You know, every play, execute, complete your assignment, and just methodically move the ball. They're not going to be able to stop you if you get 3 yards on every play. And a good pump fake there by Jaron Lewis. Holy moly, he fooled me, Matt.
Fooled me as well. He's able to pump fake, tuck it under, and take off.
And that is hands like vice grips there, if I do say so myself. That ball is not very grippy right now, and he just laid it out and kept it in his palm.
It certainly would have been interesting to see what happened if that pump fake slipped out of his hand, but as you mentioned, nice grip there by the quarterback on the slippery football.
And Darren Jordan's going to take it, and he's going to make a man miss. He's going to head to the end zone, and he's going to get shoved out of bounds. Oh, that looks like a little extracurriculars down there. Darren Jordan likes that. And it's going to be first and goal for the Spartans.
Another great run by Jordan. As a sophomore is having all kinds of impact in this game so far. We'll see what the referees want to do with the flag here. Got a personal foul against Belton, and that'll make first and goal just a little bit shorter.
And Belton's going to make a few switches here on defense. They're going to attempt to try to stop these Battle Spartans down here inside the 5. And yes, this is going to be a first down here for the Battle Spartans against the Belton Pirates. 14-21. The Belton Pirates stand against the Spartans. It looks like they're going to try and even up the score here. And Darren Jordan's going to be just short. Looks like he attempted to reach his arm out there, but the referee wasn't falling for it. So it's going to be first and goal at the 1 here for the Spartans. And I would not be surprised to see a little bit of trickery here from the Spartans. Maybe pop it to the outside rather than right up the middle.
They will come out in the shotgun set. So they're definitely not going to run it down their throats, but they will run it here.
And he's going to get stopped. Darren Jordan, not quite used to getting stopped at the line of scrimmage. He is going to be short of that goal line here.
And what was such a promising first and goal with very little yards to gain now is third and goal. So they're still on the 1 yard line, not able to punch it in yet. But at this point, they may have 2 more tries at it.
And I would not be surprised to see a little play-action option here with Jaron Lewis taking it in himself. And there goes Lewis holding on to the ball with one hand. Darren Jordan holding on to the ball with one hand. And that's touchdown for the Spartans.
Jordan gets another touchdown on the night. Nice fake pass there by Jaron Lewis to sort of lure that Pirate defense away from their eyes away from Darren Jordan as he's able to just work his way to the left side. Pass was to the right, and Jordan finds the end zone.
Just an extra point here by number 2, Jalen Williamson. We're going to see if we can tie things up. And it looks like there's some sort of miscommunication here. Man in the white hat's going to bring us some news.
Let's see what the man in the white hat has to say. This will be a penalty against the Belton Pirates.
Not quite sure what's going on here. It looks like he's going to talk it over with the other referees. And it looks like there's some shouting here.
Encroachment. Distance.
I believe the shouting was from this coaching staff of Battle. As now as they get the encroachment call against the Pirates, it looks like they're going to go for 2 now. Have to change
smart choice the way this field has been flipping nowadays. Recently. That little inch might just make the difference in the Spartans making it into the end zone. And that is Heiler again. Holy moly. He got his knees up there with the eye line of everyone else. I would not be one underneath that fall.
And I'm curious to see what this penalty is, because as soon as Heiler attempted to hurdle the pile of Spartans and Pirates, the flag was thrown up. I don't know if this is illegal in high school football.
This is, in fact, illegal in high school, Matt. Hurdling another player, I believe it's both feet over the head, is, in fact, illegal. So they might get called on this one.
You're exactly right, Kieran, as the hurdling penalty is called. However, the point after try is still good, and Battle now takes the lead 22-21.
And it's just going to be enforced on the kickoff here, you're right. Impressive play there by the Spartans and an impressive 2-point conversion by Jarrell Heiler, the sweet feet of the Battle Spartans. We're going to take a quick break. Kieran and Matthew, CPS Sports. And you know who it is, folks. Kieran and Matthew back here with CPS360 Sports. 6 minutes left here in the second quarter. And it is 22-21. Battle Spartans fresh off a 2-point conversion over the Belton Pirates. Williamson gets ready to kick off here. And it's going to be a short rolling kick. That is not at all what he wanted, I'm sure. And that's number 8, Henson.
Well, Kieran, I think actually it might have been exactly what Williamson wanted. I think they've learned their lesson to kicking to Dante Madden. He's burned them twice already with 2 kickoff returns. I don't think Madden's going to see another kickoff for the rest of the night.
Yeah, and probably rightfully so. I would not give it to an athlete with that type of speed on him. But, you know, they're going to have to account for him because they can't do anything to stop him from getting handed the ball in the backfield here or there.
Well, at this point, at least when it comes to kickoffs, I think Battle will take poor starting field position, at least from their point defensively, instead of kicking it to Madden.
And Henson again. Henson is a good, consistent guy. Ezekiel Henson really has got that kind of hitch route there to the outside, kind of, boxing out the secondary so he can just breach it against the sideline and make the play.
He's a real tall guy.
That's smart man football there.
Don't you just love the wind, Kieran?
I do, man. And Harris is going to pass it out to number 3, Jaden Clark.
Uh-oh. Look out.
Looks like he's going to come up to some obstacles on his own sideline.
As the flags were flying there, I believe they will get Battle with the, I wouldn't say late hit, but just sort of extra stuff at the end of the play as both players were clearly out of bounds. There was a little pushing and shoving going on nonetheless.
Personal foul against the Spartans.
And that is exactly what they will call. And Battle, this well-coached team, can't shoot themselves in the foot here, as Conyers knows that silly penalties like this is not what leads to district championships. I'm sure he'll certainly talk it over with all of his team here to not let the emotions get the best of him.
Yeah, and Justin Conyers is really one of those team guys. You see him down there on the sideline. He talks to each individual player after they come off the field, talks to him, tries to see that kind of first-hand point of view from inside of the hash marks. And he really knows how to, kind of father a team, which he has really done this year with these Battle Spartans.
Battle is arguing that they recovered a fumble. However, I believe the referees are not buying what Battle is selling. And that'll bring up second down.
Looks like the Belton Pirates just kind of didn't say much there on that one. And Harris is going to toss it out to Madden, who's going to get swallowed up by number 44, Peyton Roberts.
And again, the football comes out at the end of the play. They did mark Madden down, however, and now we'll have third down. It's a key third down here. However, they're sort of in that in-between area between punting and kicking a field goal to where this might be fourth down territory. So this Battle sideline and fans will have to get loud probably on 2 different plays. They're certainly rocking these bleachers right now.
They are, Matt. They've really kind of become accustomed to that sort of 12th man mentality where they try to get that stadium loud on those big plays. And it looks like it worked here tonight. Number 2, Jalen Williamson, the leg of the Battle Spartans, decided that it was his turn to step up and make a stop.
Well, he might be a kicker, but he can put the hurt on too, as he's able to blow up the Pirate wide receiver and break up the completion, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Belton Pirates going to go for fourth here. 4 minutes left in the second. Looks like they're going to try and swing the momentum to go through halftime. And Harris is going to be in a close to empty backfield and look to the sideline. Looks like Belton's going to take a timeout, make sure that they execute on this play.
It's a big play here for the Pirates, and if they needed a timeout, I think it's a smart time to take one.
Yeah. All right, and we're going to take a short timeout too. You know who it is, Kieran and Matthew, CPS 360 Sports. And we are back. 4th down here against the Belton Pirates Battle Spartans. 3:53 left in the second quarter. Harris is going to take the snap. It is loud here in Battle Spartan Stadium. And he's going to throw it. And it's going to be deflected by Kenny, who wanted that one bad. He had an open field ahead of him. Adrian Kenny, 2 hands on the ball, could not come up with it. Man, that is tough to see. He would have been off to the races, and we know that boy is fast. An all-state track star. He is not one to be trifled with once he gets his hands on the ball.
Kenny had it in his hands. He just simply dropped it, and afterwards punches the ground in frustration. However, it's still turnover on downs.
Turnover on downs, yeah.
Nice defensive play. Could have gone for more. However, I think the Spartans will take it, as now they've got just enough time to march their way down the field and get one more score in before halftime.
Kenny, in fact, leads the team with 3 interceptions on the season. And Lewis is going to air it out deep. And it is almost picked off by the Belton Pirates. That's number 4, Devin Siggers.
2nd down.
Siggers, Cigars, not sure how to say it, but football hit off his hands. He should have caught it.
That was a lazy play in my opinion. He had the ball lined up right with him. He just decided to throw one hand out there and maybe make a play on it, maybe not. That was a missed opportunity there for the Belton Pirates.
It almost looked like it surprised him a little bit as the football was thrown right to him.
Lewis hands off to Jordan, who's going to go up for about 5 here on the play.
Well, after almost throwing the interception there, Battle opts for the more conservative approach there in that play. It's a nice run there, and that'll make it 3rd and 4, which is much better than 3rd and 10. As the Battle Spartans are going to look to run a little up tempo.
Lewis is going to hand it off to Jordan again, who's going to... Lewis with some fancy footwork there. Looks like Brady out there.
Lewis blocking for his running back. Overall good team player. Don't often see that sometimes from the quarterback, but Lewis is out there putting up blocks just like any other football player. It's 4th and 1. It's kind of interesting to see. Battle looks like they are going to go for it. If Belton is able to stop them on 4th down, that will give them great field position and a very easy chance to attack and score a touchdown. Nonetheless, Battle will go for it.
And a high snap there, and Lewis is going to have to take it himself, but don't mind him. That's a 1st down there for the Battle Spartans. Good heads-up play there by Jaron Lewis, who decided to take the ball into his own hands.
Well, that could have been a terrible play for the Spartans. It was a high snap, and Lewis wasn't able to catch it the first time. He was able to haul it in and run. That'll be good for a 1st down, as almost what could have been a worst-case scenario ends up being a 1st down. And
yeah.
Battle's going to keep rolling here on offense.
New formation here for the Battle Spartans, who are going to send 5 deep, and they're going to give it to their old reliable, Drayton Tyler.
Pass to Drayton Tyler is complete.
Just a nice slant across the middle for Drayton. He's able to haul it in and just be off to the races, angle his way up the right side of the field, and get a 1st down for the Spartans.
And I would not be surprised if they decide to air out Jaron Lewis's arm. It looks like it's been pretty good thus far in this last drive, besides that one close interception.
Well, I think the wind may just be only impacting us, Kieran. And
yeah.
Both quarterbacks are able to sling it down here on this football field. And this wind is continuing to blow, but not having much of an impact on this game as we thought it might.
Again, Drayton Tyler. He's going to pick up the pass, and that looks like a horse collar to me down there, Matt. But I'm not quite sure. I don't have a good view. But he was definitely pulled down hard by the Belton Pirates. But he pops right back up, and he's ready to play again.
Well, there was a referee there that had a much better look at it than we did. I certainly thought it looked like a pretty malicious tackle as well. However, must have just grabbed him by the shoulder pads or some other part of the body instead of the horse collar.
Looks like a big play here. I believe possibly a new ball handler here for the Spartans.
Flag on the play.
Nope, excuse me, Darren Jordan. Matt, you almost lost your wits about you there.
Did. Headset fell off my head.
Face mask against the Pirates.
And we're going to have a face mask against the Pirates.
And this wind is definitely picking up here, along with the temperature dropping very quickly. It looks like the looks like the Spartans are going to move ahead after that face mask 15 yards. It's going to be inside the red zone just barely.
It may have not been 15 yards. It might have just been half the distance to the goal. Either way, the battle continues to march down this field. They've got 1st and 10 from the 17.
Will Leah Harvey please report to the front gate? Leah Harvey, please report to the front gate.
Looks like the referees are not quite sure exactly where the ball should be placed. They're moving it around a little bit.
And now they may have put it down for the 15 as they moved it up a few more yards.
And it's going to get handed off to Heiler there. That is a big boy moving down the sideline.
And we've got another flag on the play as all heck is broken loose here at Battle High School, folks.
And that looks like that was poor football right there. That's number 22, Matt Page. That's not like him at all. That was some little extracurricular talk that they were having there on the sideline. And he does not like that call at all, and it's going to get called back. You see it in him. He's not used to having that on his record.
Well, he's got it on his record now, and he needs to cool his head a little bit if he wants to keep playing in this football game and not have a negative impact for the Spartans, as that is going to be detrimental to this offensive drive here for the Spartans.
First down.
Still first down, but they've got much farther to go now.
And Matt Page is a big hitter. I would not, if I was Justin Conyers, I might toss him the pigskin at this point right now with that head of heat he's got coming down the pipeline.
That'll make it 1st and 20 from the 22-yard line.
Again, this new deep routes formation for Jaron Lewis looks like he might be trying to air it out.
They still got plenty of time here. Just under 2 minutes, 1:53 to be exact. It's not like they're really working against the clock quite yet. They're only 22 yards out. Just one play will do it. But as you mentioned, they look like they're still going to try to air it out a little bit.
And that's going to get handed off there to Heiler, I believe, who's going to attempt to run it in.
Was Heiler on the carry. Able to get a couple of yards. And the clock will continue, the clock will stop as he was shoved out of bounds. 1:42 to be exact.
And you know, if I was, excuse me, I'm sorry I keep putting myself in his shoes here, but if I was Justin Conyers, I might try to focus in on that ISO with Keandre Whitaker out there. It's been pretty untouched throughout the game, but I think it could be extremely valuable. He's got that height and that athleticism to go up there and catch a ball.
I think you're exactly right, Kieran. A lot of powerful wide receivers here for the Battle Spartans. Any of them can make you pay. Just which one they want to go to.
Yeah. And it is picked off. Jaron Lewis picked off in his own end zone. That's going to be a touchback on the Battle Spartans.
Nope, with the interception.
That's going to be Antoine Nunn Jr., the defensive back, the junior from Belton. Just took away the Spartans' Cinderella story.
As this drive comes up empty for the Spartans, there's 1:37 left here in the second quarter, first half. We'll see what they want to do here. Coach Todd Vaughn of the Pirates, whether he wants to maybe take a couple of shots down the field, maybe set up a field goal. If their kicker is not that strong, they might have to just go ahead and take a shot towards the end zone. It looks like they will as they come out in the shotgun formation.
And you know, this is really that's really unfortunate to see, because that was not really any fault of the quarterback or the wide receiver. It was a clean route run by Deshaun Ganaway, along with a good throw by Jaron Lewis. It was just that Nunn Jr. thought that he could go up there and get the ball, and he did.
Well, I am going to fault Jaron Lewis just a little bit. It was kind of a high pass and a touch underthrown.
And speak of the devil, that's picked off by the Battle Spartans. They're back in it. A minute left, 60 seconds to get back to where they were in that end zone. And they are hyped up here tonight. It looks like there is just too many momentum swings to count here tonight, folks.
Both teams are trading interceptions right now. Not something either team really wants to do, unless, of course, you're the defensive coordinator. As the Spartans will now have a first down on their own 45-yard line. Nice interception there to kill any chance Belton had of scoring before this half, or before halftime.
And the Battle Spartans look to the sideline. It looks like Coach Conyers might be working up some magic here to make sure they get it back to that end zone. They've got about 60 yards to go here in 60 seconds. Let's see what they can do. And a long ball there. That's Keandre Whitaker, who's going to get it down inside the 5. Battle Spartans are still alive tonight before halftime.
Where the heck was the defense there for the Pirates? He was all alone on the left side of the field. And quarterback Jaron Lewis was able to find him. And nice throw, nice catch, and the Spartans are knocking on the end zone.
I was speaking to that earlier, Matt. I saw that isolation out there throughout the rest of the game, and I knew that if Keandre Whitaker could just beat that one man, that one single defensive back, he was going to be in the clear. And it looks like he did just that.
Battle's now going to take a timeout to talk it over what they want to do here on 1st and goal. We'll take a timeout as well. We've got 50 seconds left here in the first half. Battle's up 1, 22-21.
And that's a touchdown there for Jarrell Hyler. He's going to come in for his second of the night. Jarrell Hyler with an impressive play there.
Well, whatever they were talking about in the timeout certainly worked. There's a massive hole there by the offensive line. Able to just clear the way for Hyler as he's able to find the end zone. And now the Battle Spartans lead 28-21. They can stretch this lead to 30 or maybe 29, depending on what they want to do here on the extra point, as it always varies here for the Battle Spartans.
And an extra point's going to be attempted here by... Looks like they're going to keep the offense on the field. And Hyler, why not? Why not? His second of the night. That's Jarrell Hyler.
Two-point conversion is good.
The man's got 18 points on the night, Matt. I'm not sure we can give anyone else 18 or MVP thus far.
You know, it's similar to the play they ran to score the touchdown. Just ran it again, and Hyler's able to find the end zone, this time for the two-point conversion. And the Spartans have stretched their lead to 9. They lead 30-21 with 47 seconds left here in this first half.
We're going to take a quick break. This has been Kieran and Matthew, CPS360 Sports. And we're back here tonight, folks. This is Kieran and Matthew with CPS360 Sports.
Battle set to boot it away here. They're going to go for the short kick instead, as they are not going to kick it to Dante Madden anymore tonight.
Looks like that front lineman, number 50, Andrew Majors, might have just got a ball kicked to this sensitive area.
Well, Majors, sort of an odd play, kicked it right at him. He was able to hold on to the football and give the big boy credit. As, didn't fumble it. He looks to be in a little bit of a pain. Poor guy.
And this dynamic Battle Spartans defense is going to take the field again. I am not sure that they are going to be, I am not sure that Belton is going to be able to make any progress on them. They are fired up, they are happy to be out there, and they are happy to be hitting hard in this cold weather.
Madden had a bit of an interesting run there. He sort of juked and spun and did all kinds of things. Got a few yards out of it, but it was more flash than it was production.
Score update at halftime. Carthage leads Willard 29-7.
Score update, Carthage leads Willard halftime, as we have a timeout here from, I believe the Belton Pirates took this timeout. 38 seconds left here in the first half. I'm going to talk it over a little bit, decide if they want to take a few shots towards the end zone or maybe just take a knee and take this one into the locker room. Either way, the offense is going to jog back out here. The wind continues to blow here in Columbia, Missouri. It is a cold but fun night for football at Battle High School.
You know, I couldn't think of a better night for a matchup like this. A vengeful matchup, lots of passion, lots of hate on both sides, and it is two teams going to war. Matt?
The only thing that would make it better would be maybe a little snow.
Some snow would be good.
But it's only early November. We may not, hopefully we'll get that for a few more weeks.
Harris is going to drop back. And he's going to get swallowed up by Heiler, almost intentional grounding, but Madden comes out to save him a little bit, get in that general vicinity.
A lot of pressure in the backfield there by Battle. Jarrell Heiler, the MVP of this game so far, making a huge impact again, this time on defense. He certainly does it all for the Spartans.
And the 12th man is alive and well here on the Battle Spartan Stadium. But are they going to be able to stop Dante Madden? And he will get the first down for the Belton Pirates.
Nice run there by Madden, as the best player from this Pirates team continues to make an impact in this game, as both bands are currently playing. They both stop now, and we've got an injury on the field. Let's see who this is. That is Dante Madden down, and that's not good.
That is not good at all.
Pirates, as he takes a seat right at the 50-yard line, and we're going to take a quick injury timeout. 27 seconds left in the first half. Battle leads 30-21.
Kieran and Matthew. Kieran and Matthew back at it again. This is CPS360 Sports. Battle over Belton right now. And that's going to be just out of reach. A number 3, Jaden Clark.
They've targeted Clark a few times tonight. Been working it to the sideline for the most part. This time they're going to take a shot over the middle. However, just overthrown a little bit. Excuse me. That'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And Harris is going to, again, take the snap here tonight. Heiler in the backfield again, putting pressure on him. And that's no good. A sideline catch there.
Pass is incomplete.
That's number 7, Tyler.
Make some noise, Spartans. It's 3rd down.
Heiler again in the backfield. He's going to be in the quarterback's nightmares tonight, as he's been back there all night and putting a hurt on poor Mr. Bart Harris. 13 seconds left in this one.
Good news, folks. Dante Madden returns again to the game. And he's going to get the ball. And he is off to the races again. Only Kenny to beat. And he's not going to catch him. A big heads-up tackle there for the Battle Spartans.
Well, I guess Madden wasn't hurt that bad, as he comes right back in and makes a huge play for the Pirates. Great run there, and now we have 3 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. Are the Pirates going to take a shot towards the end zone, or are they going to kick a field goal? We'll find out here in just a few short moments. Battle leads 30-21 in this district championship game matchup, and it does look like they are going to opt for the field goal.
Timeout, Belton.
All right, while they set up this kick here, we're going to take a short timeout. This has been Karen and Matthew, CPS360 Sports. Karen and Matthew back on CPS 360 Sports. We got the Battle Spartans 30, Belton Pirates 20 in the district championship. A vengeful game here. It looks like it's going to be 3 seconds left. A field goal here. And a timeout battle.
Battle's going to take a timeout here to maybe ice the kicker. That is number 10, Josh Riley. As he struggled with kickoffs tonight, he did convert all of his extra points so far. This is a much longer field goal. This is going to be a 32-yard try.
You know, I have just been super impressed with what we've seen so far from the Battle Spartans. They truly are this district championship reigning winners here tonight.
To see if the wind's going to impact this kick at all, it is currently blowing extremely hard right now, probably as hard as it's blown all night. And for a struggling kicker, that's not going to help him at all.
Make some noise, Spartans.
Riley lines up the kick. And it is no good. No good. The kick is no good. It had the distance, but it was just far left.
Poor snap there by the long snapper. The holder's able to recover and get it down in time for Riley. However, he just pulls it to the left, and that'll make our score at halftime 30-21. Battle leads by 9 in a fun, I would say, first half of this district championship game.
Now, Matt, you're Todd Vaughn here. You're going into your locker room with your team here tonight. You're down only 9. What are you going to tell them?
Well, you just got to tell them that they're not out of it yet, and I think everybody on the sideline knows they're not out of it yet. They've got this extremely powerful offense that could get them right back in this football game at a moment's notice. So I think if you're Belton, you just have to remain calm in the locker room. There's been a lot of emotions on the field, so you just have to remain calm in the sideline, or excuse me, in the locker room. Talk it over, work some stuff out, and come back out and have a strong second half.
And stop Joel Heiler.
Exactly.
Along with that,
That would
big
be
man's been very impressive thus far.
very important thing for them to do. For Battle, I think they have to stop Dante Madden.
Dante Madden. You know, he could contend there for an MVP spot here along in the district championship. All right, folks, we've got about 15 minutes. Enjoy the halftime show. Go grab a drink, go to the bathroom, say hi to mom and dad. We'll be right back after halftime. CPS 360 Sports with Kieran and Matthew. And we're back here at Battle Spartan Stadium. The Spartans lead the Belton Pirates 30-21. I'm here with my co-host Matthew Rotherman on CPS360 Sports.
Had a solid first half for both teams, I would say. Spartans had clearly the better first half as they were up 9 starting the third quarter here. But Belton, they had some impressive plays, particularly by Dante Madden. The senior kick returner and running back had 2 kickoff returns in the first half, as Battle will likely not kick to them anymore tonight. However, it will be Belton kicking off here to start the second half, as Josh Riley is all squared away and ready to pooch it down the field as he has all night.
Riley is, as you said, setting up to kick here. And they're again accounting for this short kind of pooch kick that maybe makes it to the 40, 30-yard line, something like that. And contrary, his longest kick of the night, number 44, Peyton Roberts, is stopped here.
One thing interesting that I've noticed for the first time tonight on these kickoffs is Riley does not tee up the football how a normal kicker does. He lays it sideways on the tee, and that's got to do, I think, with the poochiness of the kicks and the shorter distances, but he got a pretty good leg into that one. Interesting kickoff strategy there by the junior kicker. Short kicks have been giving Battle good field position to start their offensive drives. They'll have it here on their own 27-yard line, as Jaron Lewis leads his Battle Spartans offense back on the field.
And Jaron Lewis, a quick pass out to their old reliable wide receiver there, Drayton Tyler, who's going to get swallowed up at the that appears to be 35-yard line. Well, just about 3 yards short of the first down there.
Dre Tyler had some big plays in the first half, and he gets it going here in the second half with the early completion. His success tonight has been, I think, key to part of this offensive success for the Spartans, as well as the performances of Gerald Heiler. He certainly had a heck of a night, as well as running back Darren Jordan.
And it looks like that it appears to me that the Belton Pirates have kind of stacked that that inside box there a little bit more than they have. It looks like they realized that Darren Jordan is their #1 threat here as a consistent playmaker, and so they're trying to bring the hammer down on him and kind of stock that box full.
As we mentioned, Jordan, he gets the rock on that carry, and that's good for a first down, as he's going to just barely cross midfield, maybe just on this side of the 50-yard line. Good run there by the sophomore running back.
And 4 wideouts here. And it's going to go again to Darren Jordan. He's going to, a big hit laid on him there by one of the Belton Pirates there. That's number 43, Tyler Matthews. The junior defensive back came up and made the play.
Oh, Matthews put the hammer down on Jordan, but it was not before Jordan was able to get a few yards on the play. Not a bad run on first down. That'll bring him 2nd and 7.
Jaron Lewis looks to the sideline. And he's going to take it. This looks like their deep back set. And Darren Jordan is going to lower the boom. He needs to be careful there, make sure the crown of his helmet stays up. Otherwise, he might get called for leading with the crown.
A little pushing and shoving there to end the play. Aiden Holt, the freshman for the Belton Pirates, was chattering it up with some of the Spartans, but his teammates were able to control him and avoid any penalties. 3rd and short now for the Spartans.
And you know, you really have kind of seen the intensity of this game sort of die down, at least in the beginning part of this third quarter. And it looks like both teams have really just kind of settled into this cold weather atmosphere. They had some time to get collected and come back together as a team during halftime, and now they're just kind of, I assume, trying to execute their assignments here for the first part of the second half.
You're right. The crowd is a little quieter here to start the second half. May have to do with the fact that Battle is on offense, so the majority of the people here at this game are supposed to be quiet. However, the Belton band, who made the long trip down to Columbia, is still loud and rowdy. But you're right. There's a calmer atmosphere so far here in the second half.
And that looks like big Jarrell Heiler. Man, that guy moves like someone in a much different body than he's got that kind of quick, explosive change of direction, along with, you know, very light on his feet. He really knows how to you know, play the field. He's got great field vision. He's a much different man than he looks, or at least a football player, I should say.
He's a dynamic playmaker.
Yeah,
He's been
you're
fun
right,
to watch all year, and particularly tonight.
And you can hear that that Battle cheerleading squad saying, "Move the ball down the field," and that's exactly what Drayton Tyler decided he's going to do, as he manages to kind of slip away from the Belton secondary there, and he almost actually managed to scurry out of there on his feet.
Drayton Tyler was able to shed a few tackles there. Have a nice completion there. Good for not quite a first down. However, it was just an overall nice play there by the Spartans.
And again, they've got their deep back set, but they're going to hand it off to Jarrell Heiler, who's going to stay on his feet. Fancy moves there by the big guy, folks. I want to remind you one more time, Jarrell Heiler is 6'2", 240. And I would almost say that he's bulked up a little bit since the beginning of the season, so we might be pushing 250, 260 at this point. And he moves like like a 100-meter sprinter.
It's amazing. He looks light as a feather out there, just sort of able to tiptoe around some of those Pirate defenders and get the first down. This kid continues to impress me.
And it looks like a little bit of miscommunication here from the Battle sideline. They're having to reiterate each call. Looks like every play, and Lewis looks over to the sideline, or at least to his head coach. Again, Heiler with the carry. A good explosive cut upfield.
You know, they really didn't give Heiler the football a whole lot, except right around the goal line there in the first half. They may be looking to giving him more carries here now in the third quarter. He's certainly earned them, as he's had a great night tonight. He continues to dominate this Belton defense.
And Heiler here listed as a defensive specialist, at least for the most part, but I think he's played wide receiver, tight end, running back, fullback, defensive end, nose tackle, linebacker. I mean, we could probably not count the number of positions this kid's played on one hand.
And he continues to fight his way up the field on that play. Another great run by him. Good for the first down.
Heiler with another carry and another Battle first down.
As the big man's getting it done so far for the Spartans here in the third quarter.
And, you know, I have to say, I think a testament to this impressive Battle running game we've had between Darren Jordan and Jarrell Heiler, along with a few other kind of lesser-known backs such as Peyton Roberts. I think that's due to the impressive Battle offensive line. They've really seemed to open up some Tonka truck-sized holes that have allowed their running backs to make plays up the field. I mean, you've got some big guys down there on the line. I mean, Ryan McCurdy, it appears to be Parker Ray, the older brother to Landon Ray, Parker Ray's coming in at 6'4", 300. McCurdy at about 260, 6'3". So these are some big offensive tackles that really just move people around for a living. And I think it's showing in the amount of success they've had in the run game.
Near touchdown there as the pass is just simply overthrown by Lewis. Going back to this offensive line, they've done a great job in this game so far. There's been a little pressure in the backfield by the Pirates. For the most part, the big boys up front have done a great job. And particularly on this drive, this offense of the Spartans have just sort of lulled the defense to sleep almost, as they've just sort of bit by bit moved their way down the field, and now they're within striking distance of the end zone as they have entered the red zone. It is 3rd and 8. But this has just been a great overall drive by the Spartans so far to open up this second half.
And Lewis is going to keep it himself. He's going to roll out to Matt Page, who brings it in with one hand. And he's going to twist and turn down to about the 5-yard line. And it looks like he was a little slow to get up there. It looks like he might have gotten kind of dead-legged there.
Like I said earlier in the game, big fan of catching the ball with 2 hands, but when they do catch it with 1 hand like Page did there, it's certainly fun to watch. He's able to haul it in with that left paw of his and turn up the field and get the first down for the Spartans. Get them 1st and goal, and now we have a timeout on the field as they will take a water break.
And we're going to take a quick break ourselves here. This is Kieran and Matthew with CPS 360 Sports. And we're back here at CPS 360 Sports. I'm here with my co-host Matthew Rothermick. 5:24 left in the 3rd quarter. Battle Spartans are down at the 5-yard line after the impressive catch of Matt Page. 30-21, looking to stay on top here. And who better to give it to, Matt? That's number... Excuse me, that's number 8. Jarrell Heiler. Back at it again.
Man does it all, and he's able to find the end zone again tonight. And that'll continue to stretch out this Spartans lead. It's now 36-21.
21 of those points, 21 of those 36 points go to the big man himself, Jarrell Heiler.
Well, he's certainly going to be game MVP if the Spartans are able to hold on to this one. It's just an unbelievable performance so far. And there's still a lot of time left in this game. Heiler can still do some damage to this Pirate defense.
And the PAT is good by Jalen Williamson. Puts it back up through the uprights. And we're going to get set to kick off here. We'll be right back. Hey, how you doing? It's Kieran and Matthew at CPS 360 Sports. We're back at it again with the Battle Spartans leading off here on a kickoff, 37-21. Williamson getting ready to kick it away. Excuse me, sorry about that, Matt. And a low kick down to number 23, Devon Powell, who's going to get hit hard by number 42, Joe McGee.
Not the greatest return there by DeHavon Powell. However, the Spartans will take it. As long as he didn't score, as Dante Madden did not receive that kickoff, as both kickoffs he's received, he's returned for touchdowns. And these Belton Pirates will take over at the, let's see where they want to mark this down at. I believe there's going to be their own 34-yard line.
Let's take a short moment here on this Battle Spartans defense. I mean, Belton is not a team to be trifled with in terms of offensive athleticism, and they've made quick work of them, Matt. I mean, I haven't seen much of any deficit of any sorts. And Harris gonna let it fly. Caught from the knees. That's number 5, Isaiah Smith. Excuse me, Antoine Nunn Jr., the defensive back wide receiver.
The Pirates have all kinds of offensive playmakers, and if they want to get back in this football game, they're going to have to use them here in the second half. Been able to have success through the air as well on the ground a little bit by the dynamic play of Dante Madden.
And speak of him, there's Dante Madden himself, who's going to get chased out of bounds by Adrian Kenny.
That's how they've used Madden a lot here in the offensive set, as they sort of moved him around as a wide receiver and running back. He actually hasn't had, I wouldn't say the greatest running game, as he's been more found through passes through the air. Caught a touchdown like that earlier in the game. And on that little sort of screenplay there, he had some success. So they're using him in all different ways on offense.
And, you know, that's not even accounting for his return game there, Matt.
He's certainly the best player on this Pirates offense.
Ooh. And a big hit laid on number 2, Sabir Brown. But he does not go down.
First catch of the night for Brown. He pays a price for hauling in that football. So a big old collision there. However, both players appear to be all right. We're going to move on.
And it looks like we've got a quick change of running back here. Jamal Baker in for the Belton Pirates. It looks like they might be giving Dante Madden a short rest, or possibly pulling him out for the rest of the game, hoping that they can pull out a win and save him for sectionals.
Well, at this point for the Pirates, it should be all hands on deck.
Yeah.
As they are starting, the deficit's continuing to grow. I wouldn't rest anybody when it comes to sectionals. They got to win this game, more importantly now. However, it is interesting that Baker checks in for the first time tonight on this offensive drive. Madden came out in the first half with an injury for just a few plays, and as soon as we start to worry about him, Madden trots back on the field, appearing to just get a quick blow on the sideline. And now they've got a key 3rd down and 4, where the Pirates may look to rely on Madden on this play.
And we thought they were gone, but the 12th man returns here for the Battle Spartans, getting loud and rowdy here on the home stands. And it's going to get passed off to Madden. And you called it, Matt. First down, Belton Pirates.
Nice run by Madden. Just a simple run up the middle to the right side, just a tad. He's able to make a few men miss and convert the first down for the Pirates.
And it looks like they're going to bring in Jamal Baker again, switching him out. They might be Jamal Baker is only a sophomore. They might be trying to get him a few rotations in big play games, and that's Adrian Kenny with the pick, his 4th on the season.
Pressure in the backfield there by the Spartans, and that leads to the interception on the poor throw by Bart Harris. Hits Kenny right in the hands. Problem is Kenny's not on the Pirates. He's on the Spartans, and they're going to take over with the nice turnover there. And Battles looks to run away with this one now.
Adrian Kenny, he is an impressive athlete altogether. He's probably the fastest guy here on the Spartans roster, and that's saying something. He's got 3 interceptions on the year. He's got 43 solo tackles and 63 combined with his brothers in the secondary.
as that play ended, there was a personal foul as well against the Belton Pirates as they continued to let their emotions get the best of them. Clearly they're upset on the interception, but there's no need for the personal foul. And that will give Battle much better starting field position.
Battle takes over.
That'll put them at almost midfield. They'll start this drive at their own 42-yard line.
First down Spartans from the 43.
And again, the long communication with Coach Conyers here on the sideline. These skill position players, I'm not sure if they're confused or if they're possibly trying some new schemes, but they're definitely needing a little more study tools. Lewis is going to take it from the shotgun this time. And he's going to hand off to Jordan, who's going to find the outside edge, and he's going to make his way up the field. And he's going to force his way up there. Darren Jordan, face mask to face mask with the Belton secondary.
We've got another flag, my goodness.
And it looks like one of the Spartans got a little too cocky with that play.
You know, I think that penalty might be against Darren, as he just got a little too flashy after the run was over. I'd say that pretty deservedly so. Great run there by Jordan, as just found that outside edge as you mentioned and just cut his way up the field. Great run, however, may have shot himself in the foot.
No, we don't want that. Those feet are important to the Battle Spartans.
Very important feet for the Spartans.
And they're going to move it back a little bit, and that counteracts all of that progress that Jordan just made himself.
That's going to mark him back 15.
And I would not be surprised to see maybe Lewis take to the passing game. He's got his four best wide receivers, along with Heiler, who's got impressive hands, in right now. Looks like Jordan is a little bit hot-headed, and it looks like they might have caught his number here with him trying to always bounce it to the outside. You know, why not air it out a little bit? This secondary hasn't proved to be much of a task to defeat by Lewis thus far. And there goes
to the big man.
Heiler. Lays the boom, and leaving Belton players in his wake.
Heiler with the carry. That's good for
That's a grown man playing football, folks.
He's just simply discarding these Pirate defenders. Poor guys, just getting trucked left and right. The big boy is all over the field tonight. He's just been so fun to watch.
Lewis is going to take it from the shotgun again. Why not? Why not get a big stiff arm? Holy moly! It is Jarrell Heiler's game tonight, folks. There's not much more we can say about him.
Exactly right. This is Jarrell Heiler's show right now. He's just over-muscling every single one of these Pirates right now.
I think he touched about 9 players on that last play, and he got about 15 yards, Matt.
It's good for another first down, and if it's not broke, don't fix it. Give it right back to him. I want to watch this.
2:29 left in the third right now. The Battle Spartans lead 37-21. Starting to pull away with it.
A little sleepy, Kieran?
No, Matt, I had something stuck in my throat there.
Okay. That's all right.
And it looks like they're going to actually take him down. It appears a one-man solo tackle took down the beast himself.
Heck of a play there by the
I believe that was number 15, Matt Miller, the sophomore.
Way to go, Matt. Hot dang. Only gets 4 yards, or excuse me, yeah, only 4 yards on that play. As certainly not the greatest of runs tonight by Heiler, but I'll take 4 yards anytime. They're going to give it to him again. Big man plunges forward for a couple extra yards. Make it 3rd and short. So the wind picks back up a little bit here. Battle High School in Columbia, Missouri. As Kieran mentioned, our score is 37-21. Clock continues to tick here in the 3rd quarter. It is going to hit minute 20 left now. It is a cold November night for this district championship game.
And Heiler is just going to try and reach for that first down. Looks like he jumped a little prematurely there, but I don't think he's going to get it.
You're right, Kieran. He attempted to dive for the first down. However, he dove a little too early as he's not able to get the first down.
Yeah, and I agree with what you said, though, Matt. If it's not broke, why fix it?
Give it back to Heiler here.
He is making consistent progress, although it's not those big plays he had just a moment ago. He's still moving the ball down the turf. And a quick pass out to Matt Page, who could not hold on to it. Looks like he was a little throw behind there by Jaron Lewis. And picked up by the Belton Pirates. That's what you like to see, Matt. That's football is family. One team out there.
Interesting play call there. I'm not sure why they passed it. As, I don't know if that was the most friendly pickup ever by the Belton Pirates, as he was going to seem to exchange words after that.
Well, you know, Matt, they tried.
They did try.
The important
We'll
part.
give them an A for effort.
And Harris looks like he's going to be in the backfield alone here. And I'm calling a pass to Madden as of right now. And there he goes.
It's like Madden's one of the best players on their offense, and they got to go to him every time if they want to move the football down the field, Kieran. And that's what they do on that play. And that pass is good for about 7 yards. Bringing up 2nd and 7. Or excuse me, 2nd and 3.
We haven't seen much of any of the other backs here tonight for the Battle Spartans. Nate Ferguson along with Peyton Harris and Peyton Roberts as well. We haven't really seen them much. And that is incomplete. Looks like Jalen Williamson alongside Danny Ayers were looking to make some sort of a joint move on that ball.
Poor throw by Bart Harris. As you mentioned, Williamson was there on the coverage and was the closest person to that football. Pass just sailed way out of bounds, though, and nobody could haul in that catch, or excuse me, that pass.
And the 12th man returns loud and proud here in the Battle Spartan Stadium. And Madden spins himself to the ground.
You know, for Madden on that play, he needed that extra yard. Tries to stay on his feet with the spin. However, that takes his momentum in the other direction. He falls down and doesn't quite get the first down. If he had dove forward, he might have been able to get the first down. However, that will end the 3rd quarter, as our score is 37-21. Battle leads after 3. We'll be right back. This is Matthew and Kieran with CPS360 Sports. Welcome back to Battle High School in Columbia, Missouri, where we have a key 4th and 1 here for the Belton Pirates in this district championship game. Looking to get the 4th quarter underway with a big 4th down play. And it's going to be a pass here. Check that. He's going to try to run with it now. And there goes Bart Harris, and he's going to slide down, and that's good enough for the first down. Quick thinking there by the quarterback. Saw that there was not much there on the pass and took it off and ran with it. Was able to get the first down.
That's the first we've seen really of Bart Harris's legs there tonight.
Looked pretty quick, actually.
Yeah.
Not the fastest guy in the field, obviously, but not bad for the QB.
And it looks like Harris is going to drop back and lay it out for number 3. That's Jaden Clark, who tried to go up with one hand but could not make it.
Not the greatest throw by Harris again. He's had a few poor throws tonight. Another incompletion, making it 2nd and 10.
Looks like a switch out here for the defensive line of Battle. And they're going to have all 5 wide receivers out here. Looks like Harris might be looking to make up some lost yardage. And he's going to drop back. And he's going to get swallowed up, and the ball is loose. There goes the Battle Spartans. That's number 10, Trey Morris.
Great fumble recovery by Morris as Harris steps up looking to throw and just has it stripped. I believe that was by number 15, Connor Hyder. Great play there by the Battle Spartans, and they can start to smell victory in this one, folks.
That's a real good heads-up play by Morris there, who picked up the ball and got moving as soon as he had it.
Spartans now have great field position to open up this offensive drive. They've had great field position for the most part all night. I think it's one of the key things that have led to their success, as the Spartans offense have done quite well against the Pirates.
Jordan with the carry.
It's a good run there by Darren Jordan, as his carries have been limited in the second half, opting to go with the bigger Heiler, but nonetheless, he's been still an important part of this Spartans offense, and gets a nice first down carry there. And that'll be good, that'll be good for 9. And make it 2nd down and 1.
And it looks like, again, this seems to be some sort of battle confusion, or possibly that Lewis is no longer calling the plays in the huddle anymore, but Conyers is completely controlling the offense from the sideline. But they really are taking some time each play to look over there and understand what they're to execute. And Lewis, with some fancy footwork there, makes his way up about 6 yards.
Another good run there by, I believe it was actually Jordan. But to sort of comment on what you've been saying here, Kieran, Battle has opted to go no huddle for the most part, so they would have to look over and get these plays in from the sideline. I think that's where they come off as being confused, where in reality I think Battle has everything pretty much put together. Just opting to go with that no huddle, get the calls in from the coordinators on the sideline, just have to look that way, figure everything out.
And the Battle Spartans are going to try and rotate some new players in there. Alex Smith, the senior walk-on wide receiver, decides to show up here at the bottom of your screen. An all-star basketball player, but he decided to pick up football this year along with his close friends here, Drayton Tyler and Jaron Lewis.
Battle keeping it on the ground here for the most part on this offensive possession. That's smart for a couple of reasons. They've had success all night, and it keeps this clock rolling as we're going to dip just under 10 minutes here. Battle leads 37-21, and as long as this clock keeps rolling and the offense can still move the chains, it's going to equal a perfect combination for these Spartans, as they just need to work this clock down, score maybe 1 or 2 more times, and win this district championship for a 4th time in 4 seasons.
Yeah, that is extremely impressive and very, very nice to hear that, you know, the freshmen that started with this program, they were part of the class that won the original state championship. And now they're seniors, and they're just continuing on that legacy of, you know, hard work, determination, and, you know, consistent victories at all levels.
Well, they've established a winning way here at Battle. It was such a key thing to do when the school opened, and now there's this football legacy here already in this short time span of the history of Battle High School. When you think of Battle, you think of football, and for Coach Conyers and the Spartans, they couldn't have asked for a better start to this Battle campaign.
Looks like they're going to bring in Heiler along with Morris. This is a heavy backfield.
My goodness.
Not often that you see the fullback being the smaller of the 2 individuals. And again, the hurdle, the happy feet. Number 8, Jarrell Heiler scampers his way in for a Battle touchdown.
Again, this guy continues to impress everyone in the stadium as the big man looks as light as a feather, just angling his way up that right side and in for the touchdown. And was at one point a very close game. The Battle Spartans have blown this one wide open. Our score is 43-21. Pending this extra point, they can make it 44.
Jalen Williamson puts it back up through the uprights for an extra point.
That'll make it 44-21. All Battle in the second half. 8:32 left in this game. We'll be right back. This is Matthew and Kieran with CPS360 Sports.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Kieran and Matthew at CPS360 Sports. Jalen Williamson lines up the kickoff here to kick it back to Dante Madden of the Belton Pirates. 44-21 here, 8 minutes left in the game, and it's going to be another low kick. They're not going to let Madden get a hand on it, and he does touch it. So that does appear to be out of bounds, but excuse me, that is not Madden. He was on the opposite side of the field. That is number 6, Antoine Nunn Jr., who receives the kickoff and moves it to the outside.
I don't want to say Belton is quite out of this one yet, but they're going to have to score a lot and score in a hurry, as they trail 44-21 here with 8:28 left here in the fourth quarter. They've got the ability to do it. They've got dynamic playmakers like Dante Madden and Bart Harris able to sling it around the football field. So certainly don't count them out yet, but they're going to need something in a hurry.
And hand it off to Madden, who's going to bounce it to the outside, but he is going to get wrapped up there by number 42, Joe McGee, the senior outside linebacker for the Spartans.
Got another flag on the play here. believe this is against Battle. This is the referee's chit-chat. Another unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, and that will go against Battle.
Penalty against the Spartans.
And that is just unfortunate to see. You know, I understand when a team is successful, they're excited, their emotions are flowing, and they're happy to be playing on this football field. But there comes a point when you draw a line from being happy with your teammates and putting the other team down in order to be happy. You know, the scoreboard should settle it all for you. There's not much need to talk at all.
Give credit to these referees too. Been all kinds of penalties, but it hasn't gotten out of hand yet. And hopefully, as this game draws to a close, we won't have any major incidents.
And we're here to play ball. Harris stands in an empty backfield. And it is picked off. Not Trey Morris. I believe that's number 44, Peyton Roberts. The third string running back and starting middle linebacker grabs it at his shoelaces and pulls it up for an interception.
Great shoestring grab, as you mentioned, by Peyton Roberts. Throw was a very poor one by Harris, but that came because of the pressure in the backfield by the Spartans again. When the defensive end came around unblocked and Harris just had to throw it in a hurry, leads to a poor throw and another interception for the Spartans defense. Certainly not what you wanted there for the Belton Pirates.
Not at all.
They needed a touchdown on that drive to remain competitive in this game, and did the exact opposite.
Yeah, you know, you're at about you've got about halfway. You're at about half the points of the other team. And this is the point where you kind of start to worry. Is it within reach anymore? The deep back set looks like they're maybe going to hand it off to Heiler. Why not?
Why not give it back to the big man? He's good for about 6 there. He looks light on his feet as ever.
Something I noticed from Heiler is that he really doesn't seem to be getting tired at all. He's got more touches than anyone else on the team, maybe besides Lewis, of course, and he really seems to be playing with the same intensity as when he started with 15 in the first.
You're exactly right. This man's a freak of nature in many ways, and endurance must be just another thing on his freak of nature list.
And a big stiff arm by Heiler, and he carries 3 Belton players, 2 of them defensive linemen, about 5 yards down the field.
Aiden Holt got a piggyback right there from Heiler. So he jumps on his back trying to tackle him. Obviously low man wins, but Holt tried a different strategy there. Obviously didn't work as Heiler puts him on his back and just takes him along for the ride as the big man continues to run all over the football field.
Matt, do you think we can surely give Heiler the game MVP as of now?
I think it's safe to say we can give this one to Heiler. A lot of great performance overall by the Spartans, but he is impressed beyond compare.
Dante Madden could have had it with those 2 kickoff returns, but Heiler over 25 points on the evening, and he's just been unstoppable in the run game since they gave it to him after half.
The run game as a whole has been unstoppable. Darren Jordan in the first half particularly had a significant impact. He's not getting many carries in the second half, but why would you when Heiler has just dominated this run game? But great overall game, I would say, by Jaron Lewis as well. Hasn't made too many mistakes. Really sort of just orchestrated this offense, but without a doubt, Jarrell Heiler's the MVP of this football game.
And Heiler with a good counterplay. He's going to get lit up, though. A big hit laid on Heiler. Doesn't look like he felt it much, but it was there.
Well, he got blown up a little bit, but that was because Andrew Majors was being shoved to the ground in the process as he leashed a massive stiff arm on the sophomore middle linebacker as he simply just threw him to the ground while as Hyler tried to stay on his feet. Was eventually brought down, but still impressive.
And, you know, we look at this Battle team, we look at this Belton team, we look at their past season, and both of them have been extremely accomplished. Both are good football teams, folks. Keep that in mind. Both of these teams have managed to execute their way through winning seasons along with a difficult district schedule thus far. And, excuse me, that was a short pass out to Deshaun Ganaway. And as I was saying, this Belton team is by no means a bad team.
No,
they just are, in comparison to these Spartans, really just struggling tonight.
They've certainly worked hard to get here to this district championship game. Their opening round district matchup was against the Hickman Cupies. That was a close game, but Belton pulled away late. And then they beat Smith Cotton last week. They've been on a winning ways. They've won 5 in a row, dating back to the regular season where they won against Ruskin, Oak Park, and Grandview. And came in with a record tonight of 7-4. So exactly right. Belton's nothing to sort of make a mockery of, as they're certainly a good football team. But Battle's clearly been the better team tonight. We've got a timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout as well. Our score is 44-21. Battle leads with 4:34 left in this one. This is Matthew and Kieran with CPS360 Sports.
And we're back. The Battle Spartans here leading over the Belton Pirates. And it looks like some sort of miscommunication, but he's going to throw it deep. And that's number 22, Matt Page. Can't hold on. Got a paw on it. Couldn't bring it in.
I don't know if it was miscommunication or just a little misdirection on the play. Interesting play call on 4th down as they take a shot to the end zone. That'll be turnover on downs for the Battle Spartans. The Pirates will take back over on offense. Bold play call there by the Spartans on 4th down, but it was 4th and long, so they had to take a shot. Didn't have to necessarily go to the end zone, but they had their man in Page just slightly overthrown there by quarterback Jaron Lewis. And now the Pirates will have it on their own 24-yard line. Got 4:30 left in this game. Battle is up 44-21. Looking to just milk these last 4 minutes of the game and capture another district championship as Bart Harris leads this Pirate offense back on the field again.
And number 25, Dante Madden, tries to accelerate up the right side of the offense.
Not a terrible run there by Madden. Good for about 3. However, they're going to need much more than 3 yards if they want to attempt to mount any comeback here. They're going to have to certainly take some shots down the field. It looks like they will do it here with the empty backfield. Trips out to the left. Harris is
speed there from Harris.
Not going to throw it, but he will run. As you mentioned, the quarterback shows off the wheels a little bit. Pretty quick guy for a quarterback. However,
yep.
That's going to keep the clock moving as he was not able to get out of bounds or get the first down. It's 3rd down, and this rowdy Battle crowd will come to their feet for this 3rd and short for the Pirates.
And it looks like Battle is sort of playing for that deep ball play. They've got a few men about 20 yards back, and it's going to be to Madden. That's good enough for a Belton first down, though, but they are going to keep it in bounds, which keeps the clock running.
Here comes another flag.
That is complete. Flag on the
And we'll
play.
see who this one is against, as the yellow laundry has been all over the football field tonight. They will stop the clock as the referees will sort this extracurricular activity out.
And it appears that the referees are talking this over. I'm not sure they all concur on what the actual call is.
Yes, to all spectators. Continue to display good sportsmanship even after tonight's game is over.
As the PA announcer reminds everyone to have good sportsmanship. It's directed at the fans, but there may have been a little bit of a subliminal message to both teams on the football field, as that penalty.
Looks like there was some sort of confusion there. The penalty appears to be on Battle, but the referees decided to walk it the other way.
They may have had to walk it off for the sake of tacking on the 15 yards. However, if you're Battle here, the most important thing is to not get any more penalties. They're up big in this football game. All penalties are going to do is going to make it easier for Belton to try to rally a comeback. So they just need to keep their emotions in check and remain calm for this last 3:11 left in this game.
And again, Harris is going to be a lone man in the backfield. He's going to have 5 wide out. Excuse me, 4 wide out. No, a correction again, 5 wide out. I did not see Dante Madden hiding over there on the far sideline.
He's all alone over there. Maybe they look to take a shot
Yeah.
at him.
And it appears that the
Referees are still trying to figure out what the heck happened on that last play, talking it over with Coach Conyers, but it looks like we are ready to reset here and resume game action.
And Matt, just as he said that, it looks like the Battle secondary picked up that they had a very critical sleeper sitting over there on the far sideline. They did not want him to get the ball. Harris is going to drop back again. He's going to let it air out a little bit. And that's an interception over the shoulder. What a play there by the Battle Spartans.
With another interception. First down, Spartans.
A heck of an interception there. Willie
Wow.
Mays-esque over-the-shoulder haul in by the Spartan defensive back,
We're breaking the Battle single-season tackles record.
as Trey Morris has just broken the single-season tackle record. They make that announcement over the PA system, so congratulations to Mr. Morris on
Trey
that
Morris.
accomplishment.
Trey Morris, let me throw you some stats at you here. 108 solo tackles. I'm sure that's gone up in this game. 25 assisted tackles, making up for 133 tackles altogether. 2.5 sacks on the season. 1 interception. 1 forced fumble. 1 recovered fumble. Another one that he has here on the night. 1 pass blocked. And Matt, 17 tackles for loss.
My goodness. Nice run here by, I believe that is Jordan. But going back to Trey Morris, you got to think about how hard it is to break this single season record, as this Battle Spartans team has always been playing deep in the playoff games. That's a lot of games, and we're here in the district championship, so obviously we're deep into the playoff run, but this team has won state before.
Yeah.
So to think about it, he's breaking it already here in the district championship game, certainly impressive feat for the young man.
Morris, an impressive baseball player, too. He's looked at several MLB teams straight out of high school already. I know that he's possibly considering declaring for the MLB draft, but I'm not sure if that's going to occur.
We'll have to see how that all shakes out.
But he's got a record here at Battle High School, so that's something to put on his resume.
His name is in the record books, folks.
With the carry.
Jordan with the carry again. He's going to continue to just work this clock here, as we've got 2:23 left here in this game. Our score is 44-21. That run was good for a first down. That'll give them 1st and 10 from their own 18.
So as we dwindle down into the final minutes of this game here, Matt, let me ask you this question. You are Justin Conyers. Your team just had this impressive win over the Belton Pirates, a real eventful win. You know your team's going to come into the locker room. They're going to be happy. They're going to be ready to celebrate. And you got to tell them they still have a sectional schedule and the road to state in the preceding weeks. So what is your game plan for preparing for the rest of that season?
Well, you're exactly right. You celebrate this win to midnight, but then you got to focus.
Yeah.
Because they've accomplished a lot. They've won district championship. That's great, but that's almost expected here at Battle. It's time for them to lock it down after, like I said, celebrate this one to midnight, maybe a little bit afterwards. This is a pretty important game. However, they need to just settle in and get ready for next week, because they'll have another matchup. This will be for sectionals, and I believe they will host another game.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, then they're poised to make another state run. So you tell your team, great win, great job, guys. Tough one, way to fight it out. However, we got to get ready for next week.
And that would be truly inspiring to see this this group of seniors here that watched the seniors as they when they were freshmen win a state championship, and then to kind of internalize that drive to get back to the Dome and end up winning one themselves.
Well, they can't win in the Dome anymore, as the state championship is now in Springfield.
You're right.
However, they'll take a state championship anywhere, I think.
Yeah.
As it would be impressive feat for these Battle Spartans.
And it looks like some sort of delay here. The man in the white hat hasn't really let the boys play much thus far.
And we always want to just let the boys play.
That's the #1 rule of football that everyone should remember. Let the boys play.
The clock is now rolling again. 1:20 left in this one. Battle is just mere seconds away from winning their 4th straight district championship. Just a few more plays now to officially put this one in the books. Hand off to Heiler. And that's good for a first down by the big man.
1:07 left here in the game. Looks like that Belton sideline is kind of quieted down. Looks like their team is kind of understanding that regardless of what intentions they came in here with, it looks like the outcome of this game is going to go to the district reigning Spartans.
Well, the revenge game comes up short for the Pirates, as you can see it on their sideline. They have assumed defeat, as it looks like the Battle Spartans will come out in that everyone's favorite victory formation. As they're going to let the clock work its way down. 10 seconds left on the play clock, 52 seconds left in this game. They'll wait for it to get down to single digits before taking the snap.
Yeah. And this, you're right, here comes that victory formation. And they're starting to line up here. 4-peat for the Battle Spartans. 4 district titles, and they're back onto sectionals.
It's impressive as they give a nice announcement over the PA system here. 4 years of eligibility, 4 district championships. They'll take one more knee, and that will do it, folks.
Join us next week as we travel to Carthage. The game will be at 7 o'clock.
Looks like a little bit of celebratory actions here by the Battle Spartans. That's always good to see. And the Belton Pirates, we want to wish them the best of luck in future years. But for now, your season is over.
The clock strikes 0, and your Battle Spartans are district champions again. They win this one 44-21 over the Belton Pirates for Justin Conyers and the Spartans team. Another impressive season continues to roll on. As they mentioned over the PA system, they will travel to Carthage next week for the sectional matchup. So that'll do it for home games here for the Battle Spartans, but that does not mean that they cannot continue to win, as this Spartan team looked great tonight.
Yeah, they really did, Matt. I really was impressed with everything that I saw thus far. I saw great plays. Jarrell Heiler, Jaron Lewis, Drayton Tyler, along with Trey Morris breaking that record. Darren Jordan. Let's not forget about that. We had 2 running backs in this game that were extremely consistent and productive. So, yes, Jarrell Heiler, 26 points on the night, I believe, and he really has just he's flourished. He's taken over this team, and he's really kind of become the point of that spearhead in leading them into victory.
We'll give MVP to Jarrell Hyler. That'll do it for us from Columbia, Missouri at Battle High School. Battle is your district champion again. I'm Matthew Rothermick.
And I'm Kieran Malloy. This has been CPS 360 Sports. Again, final score 44-21. Battle over the Belton Pirates. We'll be possibly back later in the season. Thank you very much.